Hotel. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Chosen Few channel. I'm your host, Matthew Daniels, the writer, author, scribe, and bookworm. But I'm not just a bookworm world. I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. I'm doing the book game like it'll never be done before, and I'm doing the book game like it'll never be done again. May your name live on forever, and may your memory never die. Y'all saw the title. We're going to be talking about the horrors of slavery. Georgia slave narratives. Um, some of you guys don't know what the slave narratives are, so I'm going to be brief, so I can get to the actual tale. Um, after slavery had ended in the early 1900s, a group of individuals went out and interviewed ex-slaves to get their stories of their lives and to get their firsthand account of what slavery was like. And so they went to people that was enslaved in Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Virginia, South Carolina, the people that was enslaved all around, family, and they got their firsthand accounts about what slavery was like. A lot of time went by and I didn't even know that these records existed. So some of you may not know these records exist as well. So I just want to share this with you guys. You can just go online and Google Georgia slave narratives or Texas slave narratives or Alabama slave narratives and just see what come up. But there's one in particular, a Georgia slave narrative that I wanted to share with you guys, right? Look at this. You see how it says Library of Congress. You see Georgia across the top. Let's get right into this, family. Okay. Richmond County ex-slave interview. Leah Garrett. That's the name of the ex-enslaved woman. Leah Garrett. And it tells us who it was written by and who it was edited by. So we're about to see a first-hand account of the horrors of slavery. Buckle up, family. Buckle up. That's all I can tell you. Leah Garrett, an old negress with snow white hair, leaned back in her rocker and recalled customs and manners of slavery days. Mistreatment at the hands of her master is outstanding in her mind. So she's about to go on I wouldn't even call it a rant, but she's finna go on a diatribe talking about several instances where she saw firsthand mistreatment at the hands of her master. Right? You see how she says, I know so many things about slavery time till I never will be able to tell them all, she declared. In them days, preachers was just as bad and mean as anybody else. There was a man who folks called a good preacher, but he was one of the meanest men I ever seen. When I was in slavery under him, he done so many bad things till God soon killed him. His wife or children could get mad with you, and if they told him anything, he always beat you. Most times, he beat his slaves when they hadn't done nothing at all. One Sunday morning, his wife told him their cook would have never fixed nothing. She told her to fix. Time she said it, he jumped up from the table, went in the kitchen, and made the cook go under the porch where he always whipped his slaves. She begged and prayed, but he didn't pay no attention to that. The preacher didn't pay no attention to her prayers. He put her up in what us called the swing and beat her till she couldn't holler. The poor thing already had heart trouble. That's why he put her in the kitchen. But he left her swinging there and went to church, preached, and called himself serving God. When he got back home, she was dead. Whenever your master had you swinging up, nobody wouldn't take you down. Sometimes a man would help his wife, but most times he was beat afterwards. Lil Gary, may your name live on forever and may your memory never die. Man, it's so sad that you had to witness this, and it's so sad that so many of my ancestors experienced what you're describing. But may your name live on forever and may your memory never die for leaving these records so we can see exactly how it was. Think about this, family. Think about this. One of the worst things you could do to somebody is take their ability to live their life how they want to live their life, right? That's the worst thing you can do to somebody is take their ability to live their life how they want to live their life. You feel me? That's one of the worst things you can do. And what happened to a lot of our ancestors during slavery, their ability to self-determination was taken. right? That was taken and they'll never be able to get it back. They was never able to get it back. And here we are in 2022. Yeah, things are hard, but it's not how hard it was. And we're coming up with every excuse in the book not to take advantage of the life that we have, to follow our heart, follow our dreams, chase our goals, chase our ambitions. When there was generation after generation after generation after generation who was denied the opportunity, and because they pressed and pressed and pressed and endured, we now have the opportunity to chase our goals, chase our dreams, be the best versions of us, and do something that will benefit those that came after us. But we have to tie ourselves back to the legacy and to the history. You tie yourself to what came before. You know what must be done now so that those in the future can exist in a reality that those in the past and those in the present dreamed of. I'm going to read a little more and I'm going to end this. And I think I'm going to do another part two, but I don't want to keep y'all here too long, family. Check this out. We're going to read just a little more of what the ancestor had to say. Another master I had kept a hog's head to whoop you on. This hog's head had 2 or 3 hoops round it. He buckled you face down on the hog's heads and whooped you till you bled. Everybody always stripped you in them days to whoop you, 'cause they didn't care see who seen you naked. Some folks chillin' took sticks and jabbed you all while you was being beat. Sometimes these children would beat you all across your head, and they mas and pas didn't know what stop was. And so they tell you sometimes the slaves would get tied up to be beat, and then other folks' children would take sticks and poke at them and beat them across their head while they tied up getting beat. Man, this will anger you, man. Another way Master had to whoop us was in the stock he had in the stables. This was where he whooped you when he was real mad. He had logs fixed together with holes for your feet, hands, and head. He had a way to open these logs and fasten you in. Man, I'm gonna stop. Man, I'm gonna stop right there, man. I just want to briefly introduce y'all to the slave narratives. Tell me something, man. If y'all think these slave narratives interesting, I'm gonna bring this back in another video. But I just want to see if the people feeling this. If y'all feeling this, I'll really dive into the slave narrative, break down this history for y'all, and I'll show y'all exactly how deep this thing go, and show y'all what slavery really looked like from the mouth of the ancestors. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all go to that website, y'all purchase those books, and let me know what you think. This is your brother Matthew Daniels, aka I'm Pooh, aka the Chosen Few, aka the real bookworm. But I'm not a bookworm world, I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. As always, may your name live on forever, and may your memory never die.